Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to our QPR Career Mode. If you're not all nice and caught up, then make sure you go check out the playlist, get yourself all caught up. But if you are, then of course, welcome to today's episode. We're cracking on today, starting where we left off. And mate, obviously, if you didn't see, then you'd have seen probably at the start, Mr. Abirieze, King Eberiche is back at Loftus Road, back in the blue and white hoops, and I am very, very happy about that indeed. You can see the team is looking pretty gosh darn good. We are converting Eze to a right wing, so I hope you're ready to play this position as well. It means that Chrissy Willock does drop to the bench. It means that man like Mambimbi is staying as that sort of rotation striker option, but is doing pretty well for himself. The question is, what number do we give Abire? Now, I know it might not seem like a big thing because for a lot of people, obviously, it isn't. However, for me, I don't know what to do. I don't know what number to give him. I'm also going the complete wrong way to get to the numbers. I don't know what number to give him because obviously we've given our number 10 to Isaac Coles because Isaac Coles is our current number 10, but it just feels wrong to not have him as number 10. What I'm going to do is I am going to make him our number 9 for this season. And I'll be honest, if Coles doesn't step up from the potential that we know he's got, he's playing as a 90 rated player and he's not done there, then we will potentially look to change him to the number 9 and then give the number 10 to Abire maybe next season. For those non-QPR fans, the number 10 has always been a big shirt number and a big deal at QPR. Like a lot of clubs, they have, numbers that have significance. The number 10 shirt has had some serious significance at this club. So it feels right to give it to, your star man. Coles is the star man on paper, but in performance, I don't think we can claim that. 13 goal contributions all season. It's nothing crazy. 24 from Campbell is unreal, but I'm happy keeping him on the number 11 role. I think what we'll do, we'll see how Eze does since coming in. Obviously, those goals aren't with us. That's while he was at Palace still. But yeah, let's see how it goes. I've waffled on for a bit at the start of today's episode. I do apologise. But sometimes it is me sort of finding my feet with it because I've not been on this save for a little while, basically since the last video. So we've got 4 games. Hopefully, we can get through all of them today. We've got the Burnley game. Then we have the end of the transfer window. And then we jump into the next month where we have a nice big break. So that's going to be nice for a little bit of stamina, but you can see we're getting near the end of the season, boys. That Southampton game, yeah, that is the last game of the season. We're slowly creeping up on it. It could be a couple of episodes time and we're in those sort of last sort of games. So I'll get simming forward a little bit. I'll see you guys at Burnley. Okay, you guys can see our starting lineup. I'm going with what is our strongest 11. It really is right now. McCallum at an 80 rated. I can't remember if he got to that at the last episode or if he's hit that at the start of this one, but there's only 3 players now not on 80 pluses. And to be fair, Amos plays incredibly well. I've mentioned time and time again how good Amos has been for us. And Masengo's done pretty good as well. But I reckon as we're sort of peaching to the end of the season, a new centre mid, like a big new starting midfielder, might be the play for us. But I personally think Amos should stay here. I wouldn't be upset seeing Amos lifting a trophy at some point. I won't lie to you. I think he has been a real good captain figure in this series so far for us. But we're going with our strongest 11. You can see their team. But just before we jump into the game, we are going to hear from today's video sponsors. Do you need some more coins for your FIFA Ultimate Team? Then look no further than U7Buy. They're the cheapest and most reliable place to get your FIFA Ultimate Team coins. And if you use code Hursty at checkout, you'll get yourself an extra discount. I want to say a massive thank you to U7Buy for sponsoring us. Don't forget that code Hursty. Now let's get back to the video. Here he is, man like Abire, out there doing Abire things already, showing off for the crowd and they're loving it, trust me. But I'm so happy we get to start with Abireze's first game for the club at home. I won't lie to you, if we weren't at home, he wasn't going to start this game. I know it sounds silly, but it just felt like the right thing to do was to have him start his first game at Loftus Road. It just felt like the right thing. So that's what we're doing. And I'm very happy to say that obviously he is going to be starting today. I wonder if he's the last player in the line or if it is going to be Coles. I'm not too sure. We'll find out. But they've got the Tyrese Campbell tifo up. Oh, mate, I can't wait to see him. I'm just so looking forward to seeing Abire, mate. Go on, show me Eberiche. Show me Abire. They've got Haller, you can see there, by the way. Burnley, pretty good signing. I don't normally watch this far into this. I just want to see Abire. I just want to see him. Show it, please, EA. Please. They've done me dirty. They've absolutely done me dirty. He wasn't last in line. It was Tyrese Campbell that was last in line. I could see it across the screen there. But let's get into it. No more faffing. Let's get into it. Abire, mate. It is so good to have you on the ball, lad. Let's go. Abire going to play it out wide here to Isaac Coles. Isaac Coles with a really good first touch there. Nice little turn. Oh, he's taking it past him. I didn't think he had. He's going to lay it off. I wasn't just laying it off because it was Abire. Oh, he's missed it. He has hit it wide. I would have laid that off to whoever was in there. Absolutely whoever. I did actually try and play it across to Tyrese, but Abire's first chance in the blue and white. And the first one was blocked. Second one had just gone wide of the post. That's a real shame. It's a real positive start, though. A very positive start indeed. Running with the ball out wide here. Going to try and flick it in there. Haller has won it ahead of Lopez. And now he's got another chance to win another header. But that one's won a little bit better there. It was a little bit of a physical battle in the air there. But apparently fairly won by our centre-back. So I'm okay with it. McCallum on the ball. Going to lay it off to Isaac Coles. Isaac Coles, can he find a bit of space in the edge of the box? I'm going to put some power in it. I have put too much power in that. That was on me. As soon as I said put some power in it, I was like, I've held that down far too long. Oh, I've lost the ball in a really bad spot here. And Haller does have a chance, but thankfully it's very well blocked by our defenders. Mate, that was really bad from me. I tried to play a pass across with McCallum, and I just put us in terrible danger for no reason. And Burnley are working their way forward again. I've got to close these crosses down because they're getting the ball in frequently for Haller. He's offside in that situation, but they know that Haller is in there as a target man. They know what they're doing. Masengo. Forward here to Tyrese. Eze got to make me a bit of a run. Oh, lovely run there from Isaac Coles on the far side. Can I find him? Not quite. Oh, mate, that was nearly a bit of a bad moment in the defence. Mate, Luke Amos beating Sebastian Haller in the air. Things you love to see. But the pass across from Eze wasn't a bad one. It was a lovely run from Isaac Coles. I was with Tyrese there, and I've wasted another chance. We're getting chances. We're looking okay. I'm just not creating enough shots, really, I think is the issue. I'm starting to worried that I'm not being, what's the word I'm looking for? Not even clinical enough. I'm creating good chances without having tested the keeper. That's something that I need to do better with. Is that English? I don't know. Masengo looks across and finds Isaac Coles. Isaac Coles going to have a go. Finesse from out wide there. I'm thinking I'm playing Foot Champs or I'm playing Ultimate Team because those finesses are broken in Ultimate Team. I don't know if they are in a FIFA save at the start of career mode. We'll find out. But Eze now turns one, takes it past a second. That could have been a foul. If he'd gone down there, 100% that's a penalty. But Eze just going to keep it alive here. Just dribble him beautifully. Takes it past his man 2-3 times. Oh, I've tried to take it past him and then just play it across. But I'm loving Abire on the ball. He's very good. Oh, lovely win there from Wepu. Oh, I've tried to play it to Eze. Instead, it's gone to Coles. Coles has found Campbell. Campbell has tried the shot. You probably can see my face light up when I saw the space when Wepu had that for Eze. He's played it to Isaac Coles instead, and that is a real shame. One last chance, maybe before half-time here. Tyrese Campbell lays it off to Isaac Coles. No, it doesn't. It just hits the defender first, and that is going to be half-time. That's so unfortunate because I feel like we've played well enough to justify being in the lead. Eze's had a chance or two. Coles has had a chance. Campbell's had a chance. Oh, man, we have looked good. We have looked very good. They're getting the ball out to their right wing quite a bit and trying to get the crosses into Haller. And thus far, we've done pretty well at sort of keeping him relatively quiet. But we just haven't found that breakaway chance. And as soon as we find that, I think we're good to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take Masengo off here. I just want to see, can Willock play centre mid? No, he can't. Eze can, but I don't think that's the right play here. We know that Isaac Coles can. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on El Basir, 72 rated now. He's really starting to pick up a good little bit of form, and more game time is only going to help with that. So, going to throw on El Basir, a little bit more attacking minded than Masengo. We do have the defensive options on the bench if I then need to re-solidify up the defense for the midfield. For example, good tackle there from McCallum, really nicely done. But yeah, we also have got the attacking changes on the bench. We've got man like Bimby. We have Chris Willock. We have players that we know can come on and get us goals. So if we need them, we have them on the bench. But maybe we could start the second half quite brightly here. Eze doesn't quite get it past Roberts. He does put in a good tackle. But yeah, we've got plenty of time. I'm not going to start panicking. If we play as well as we did in the first half, I think a goal will come. We've just got to keep pushing for it. Got to keep trying. Good ball over the top here. I'm waiting for them to just turn and try and put a cross in. But Neco Williams, they did get the cross in there. But Mwepu was back nicely. And it's going to drop to Eze. Just sort of, oh, Tom, what are you doing there? I was looking for the through ball and I took way too long. But thankfully, Mwepu is still back there. El Basir off to Abire. Abire Takes it past his man. Look at the run from Luke Amos here. It's a lovely run indeed. He's going to find the pass as well. Amos going to turn his man. Amos, oh, just wide of the post. Of all players in that position, Amos isn't necessarily the man I'd want there, but he was the player in that position. It's something he does so well in real life is he finds those positions edge of the box. They're bringing on Fred, by the way. Unreal substitution that is from the AI. It's the sort of runs he finds really nicely, and it's something I'd love to see him do even more of in real life. And you know what? In this career mode, if his shooting was a little bit better, I'd be fine with it as well. But sadly, I'd rather had like a Mwepu or Isaac Coles. Any of those players there would have been absolutely fantastic. And I think you'd have seen the net bulge, boys. Got to be careful here as they push forward again out wide. It's a good ball in. Mate, why did Lafont not come to it? How... I'm actually fuming. I'm holding down triangle for Lafont to go to that ball. And he's just stood there, boys. And Sonogo has just found the back of the net. I'm genuinely miffed about that. Because I feel like I've defended it fine. And I've asked the keeper to come and get it. It's just dropped them multiple times. You can see him sort of like scuttling there. One block, a second block. And then Sonogo finds the bottom corner. That is genuinely infuriating. Genuinely infuriating. We're going to take off Coles and bring on Mambimbi. Coles has just not... I don't know what it is, man. I'm genuinely gutted that Isaac Coles is not performing as well as he has before. And, you know, as a nearly 90 rated player, you expect better. And it's disappointing that I feel like I can bring on Mambimbi and have equally, if not a slightly better chance of scoring with him. You know what I mean? Hold on. If he scores immediately now, I would have been absolutely fine with it, but that would have annoyed me that Isaac Coles has done less in 70 minutes than Mambimbi had done in 2. That would have absolutely ticked me off. But Abire, can he be our saviour here? It's going to drop. Oh, it couldn't quite allow my centre-back to get the shot away there. I did ask for the shot, but he couldn't get to the ball. But Amos is going to just try and burst through. Mwepu makes a lovely run. Mwepu, oh, I just couldn't turn it and get the space. That's so infuriating. We're going to put it on a bit of a team press. I need this ball back, and I need it back quickly because, mate, Burnley, they've got a man over. They've got a man over. Oh, they played the wrong ball there. We got away with that one. Okay, made a bit of a change here. As you can see, Willock is actually coming on for Abire just because of tired legs. Abire's not had a bad game at all. Abire very easily could have been our breakthrough a number of times today. Mambimbi is also going to go to central striker. So he's playing the central role with Tyrese Campbell out on the wing. That's purely because Mambimbi's got a lot more stamina and therefore little things like that, for example, he's got a bit more pace about him to run down the middle and find the back of the net. Man like Mambimbi. It's going to be a big celebration. Boys, it's a 1-1 against a team I feel like we should be beating. We are top of the table, but man like Mambimbi has done it, and you can see we're in the mix of it. There's a couple of fans trying to get on the pitch. Not about that, boys. Not about that one. But, mate, that is a huge goal at a huge time. Really, really happy to see that Mambimbi can do what we know we can do. I feel like Tyrese would have scored that too, so I'm not going to sit there and be like, you know, only Mambimbi scores that. But Mambimbi has found the back of the net. It's time and time again he's coming on and saving the day. It's almost an issue for him that he's doing so well off the bench because, you know, he's sort of getting himself that super sub title right now. Oh, if that had gone through, Tyrese Campbell one-on-one, that's a goal, boys. You can't tell me it's not. If I can get the ball back here, we've maybe got a chance. But now we have to stop their chance. They're bursting forward. He's offside, ref. He's offside, ref. Lafont with a good save anyway, but he was offside, and that is going to be full time. It's gone straight to the replays here. Eze maybe could have done better on this one. Look, he sliced it and it's gone wide. We had the chance with Tyrese Campbell one-on-one. Isaac Coles missed a chance. The Amos chance. You can see all of these chances we're getting, but Felix Mambimbi yet again saves the day. It's tough that he doesn't start that often, but he's such a good super sub. I feel like I have to. Okay, so we are still obviously comfortably ahead of the racing pack. Obviously, they do have a game in hand over at Liverpool, so it could be that they do catch us a little bit, but we're still comfortably ahead. Still okay with it. But let's get to the end of the deadline. We'll see if any big deals go through for transfer deadline day. And then, obviously, if anything happens for us, I'll tell you. If any huge deals happen, like Neves, for example, to Juve for 112 million, I'll let you know. I just accidentally deleted it, but Humarana Manga has completed his loan deal. So Humarana Manga is now out on loan for the rest of the season. I'm fine with that. I think he's got a good future. And if we do go into another season, he could be a big player for us then. Okay, no big deals coming our way. Obviously, players in or out. You can see Chiesa off to Man City, nearly £150 million. That is mental. Juve signed Neves, Tielemans to Barcelona, Jesus to Real Madrid, Davies to Real Madrid, Pedri to Lyon, Pau Torres to Spurs, Isaac to City, Werner to Atletico, Te Hernandez joins Leicester, Robertson to Barcelona, El Nassiri to Villa, and then I'll slowly scroll through a couple of these. Oh, that's an interesting one. Everton re-signing Calvert-Lewin. Love to see that. But yeah, some big deals going through, a lot of money being spent. I highly doubt we're anywhere near this top of this list, obviously, with the Eze deal. I am gonna scroll through a little bit and just sort of see what the cheapest on this list was. It was 50 million Zolis to Crystal Palace, the people that we bought Eze from. But yeah, some big signings going, some big movements. It'll be interesting to see how some of that potentially affects the league as we go forward. However, we've now got a game coming up. I'll see you guys at that game up against Wolves. Okay, going into our game against Wolves, and I am sticking with the same 11. I can already sense people maybe being a little bit like, why are you not giving Mambimbi a start? Again, I think he offers so much off the bench that right now, if I'm going later into a game and it's still 0-0 or it's only 1-0 or I'm behind, I need someone like Mambimbi to bring on. It's almost like the flaw for him is he's too good off the bench. So we'll go into this Wolves game, hopefully play a little bit better than we did against Burnley. Let's find out. Here we are rocking up at the Wolves Stadium. 22 goals in the league for Tyrese Campbell. Obviously didn't score in the last game, but still well and truly on the way to breaking what would be a Premier League record. We'll see if it's something he can do. It'll be great if he can. Wolves the stadium I've never been to. Never been to the Molineux. It'll be a lovely place to go at some point, but yeah, never been there at the moment. However, today we arrived there virtually to take on Wolverhampton Wanderers, and hopefully we can come away with 3 important points. We started, well, we had a very good episode last time out. Hopefully that little draw is just a little blip, and then we can push on from that. 5 at the backs are never fun to play against, but hopefully our 3 up front can break it down. Let's go. Come on, you Oz. Eze with the ball here. Going to try and take his man on. Does take on one. Going to a little ball roll, and a little bit lucky maybe to get it back, but he's going to try a little skill. Turn. Bolly is going to be there, though. Bolly is in the way. Got to be careful here as they push forward. They push out wide as well. Neco Williams a little bit out of space, but does get across well in the end. Does put the foot in the way and stop the cross coming in, and maybe gives us a chance to push away here as Masengo is going to slowly burst up the pitch. Going to cut inside here and find Tyrese Campbell. Tyrese takes it past his man. Tyrese pushes into the box. Going to play the strike across the goal and finds the back of the net. And Tyrese Campbell, the goal scoring continues. 23 goals in the league, and that is a fantastic time to score it. Up against the 5 at the back, it's important that you make those counter-attacks count, because as soon as their centre-backs are backtracking, you've got to attack them quick. You can see Cody was really high up there, and it just allowed me to run into that space, take it past the man, and find the back of the net. 23 and 25 for Tyrese Campbell, things you love to see, and it's 1-0. Mwepu on the ball now. Cole's making a lovely run on the overlap out wide here, but Mwepu's going to turn. I maybe shouldn't have shot, but I just every time I get the ball with Mwepu on the edge of the box, I can't help but think about trying to shoot. Oh, Wolves picking up a bit of a loose pass there. Thankfully, Neco Williams stepping in and stopping anything from going any further than it looked like it could have done there. Now Masengo trying to burst forward, going to play it off to Eze. Eze into Tyrese. Tyrese, lovely turn. Can he re-find Eze? He can. Eze can't quite get past him. I'm struggling right now. The wide centre-backs are doing a really good job of keeping Eze and Isaac Coles both quite quiet. As soon as I sort of get into that space, they just close the gap between themselves and the fullbacks, and trying to get past them is just a nightmare at the moment. Oh, ball brought in here by Ward's got to try and stop the pass inside, and that seemed like the easiest shot to save of all time. Is it just me, or did that seem like it moved so slowly, and yet Lafont just missed it? He started off so well for us, Lafont. He really had an incredible start to his time here at QPR, and it's just slowly crumbling a little bit. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if I'm maybe seeming that he's doing worse than he is, but I don't know. That felt like not an entirely difficult shot to save there. It wasn't a difficult shot at all. I can't believe that. Lovely, by the way. Lovely little flick from whoever their number 9 is. I assume it's Jimenez, but I don't actually know. That's not Jimenez. Who are you? Hlojek. Oh, of course, Hlojek. Beautiful little flick. But I just feel like Lafont there. Giles, sorry, I'm not looking at you jumping, mate. I feel like Lafont. Okay, that's just poor, isn't it? It's not just me, but that's poor. Just extend your arms, mate, instead of falling like that the entire time. I'm a little bit miffed about that. I'm a little bit miffed about it, but it's happened. We've commented time and time again about keepers being a little bit not great, or us scoring a goal and thinking, oh, the keeper could have done better there. Maybe it's our turn to experience a little bit of the dodgy keeper syndrome. Who knows? Regardless, a little bit devastated that it's 1-1. Feels a little bit harsh. Tyrese Campbell going to try and let it off to Coles. It's a little bit lucky that it got to him, but the touch was pretty poor. Mwepu, by the way, has been injured or had the little plaster above him for about 20 in-game minutes, and it hasn't gone. Often the players can run them off. I have a horrible feeling we're going to have to take Mwepu off at half-time, which isn't great for us. We do have options off the bench, but Mwepu is probably our strongest midfielder, especially roaming as a box-to-box. So that is disappointing if that's going to be the case. I'm going to take him off. I'm not going to run the risk of him getting anything longer term. El Basir is going to make his way on, the obvious replacement at this point. So yeah, I think we're just going to have to go with that. It's a disappointing first half. The goal conceded came at a bad time, but also it was a bad goal to concede, really. Truth be told, it's a disappointing one. But I won't linger on it. We'll move on from it. It happened. Now all we can do is try and push for a second goal of our own, so that goal doesn't really matter. And Isaac Coles here pulls it inside. Lovely run, and then the shot just doesn't happen because the last touch is terrible. Got the ball out wide here. They're going to try and get it in the middle, but it's going to be a good jump there from Figueroa and help us get that ball away. Now we're going to play it. Oh, poor pass. Tyrese is never going to get to that. He's quick, but he's not that quick, mate. Oh, it's a lovely ball inside. Klojek, that is a beautiful goal. That I can take nothing away from. Klojek has absolutely smashed that into the top corner. A player that we have kept close eyes on. So much so that I forgot he was at Wolves. But a player that I've said time and time again I'd love to pick up for this career mode. He is a very, very good player in career modes. He is a proper pickup if you can get hold of him. Goes up really well. But Lafont at least dived for this one. But I don't think it mattered. That was arrowing into that top corner. It's hit the inside, sort of the side netting in that top corner. That is a lovely finish, and it's one that was always going to be tricky for Lafont to get to. But now we face them 2-1 down, and you know what? I'm gonna ready the change for when it needs to happen. I'm gonna have to bring on Mambimbi. There is nothing else I can really feasibly think of doing right now other than bringing on our super sub. So that's what we're gonna have to do. Man like Mambimbi will make his way on for Isaac Coles. And see if he can add anything. Isaac Coles is going to have one last chance for going off, potentially. It would have been nice if it was at least a dive rather than straight at Sarr, but oh well. Amos. Good tackle there, but Eze picks up the loose pass. Abire on the ball. Inside to Amos. Amos, I need some space, some movement from anyone. El Basir is going to find Coles, who gets there really well. Abire back inside to Isaac Coles. It's well won there by Dendoncker. It's a frustrating one, but they're sat so deep. You could see just a line of Wolves defenders, a line of orange or golden orange, whatever you want to call it, just sat in front of the line in the keeper, and there's nothing I can do about that. Can't get it past him. Eze trying to burst forward here. We've got Tyrese Campbell and Isaac Coles running ahead of him. Coles, it's not the best of passes from Abire. It has ended up going straight to the defender. But yeah, I'm just struggling right now. This fight at the back is proving to be very difficult to break past, and we still don't have Mambimbi on. You may have noticed, obviously I made that change quite a while ago. The ball was yet to leave the pitch. That's going to be a free kick though, so the ball is going to go, or the play is going to be stopped, I should say. And I'm afraid I'm going to have to make a change here. Amos is going to have to part ways, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring on Willock, and put him as right wing, and Eze is going to be our box-to-box midfield here. I feel like I haven't got many choices but to do this. So that's what we're going to do. So Tyrese Campbell, Mambimbi, and Willock as our front three. And then we take off Amos, Masengo to DM, and Abire is going to sit as our right centre mid, be a box-to-box for us, which is already what El Basir was doing. So now we have two box-to-box centre mids, and then Masengo at DM. And hold on a second, that's a waste. Another chance here as Wolves burst forward. Got to try and get in the way. McCallum does so pretty well. Man like Mambimbi back very far. This is where you want Mambimbi on that counter-attack. The pace that he offers is something else sometimes. And the through balls right now are proving to be kind of fruitless. They're not really proving to help very much because we can't get it past the centre-backs. As soon as we try and play a through ball, either the central centre-back or either of the wide centre-backs are just far too close to the pass and it intercepts it. And at the moment, it's proving to be a pointless venture, but it's the only way I've really got trying to break them through. Maybe I need a chip through ball next time. We'll see if that's any better for us. They haven't got the quickest of centre-backs, but there's really not long left. Unless we get the ball soon, it's going to be a problem because now they're pushing forward. It's another chance to whip it in there. It is going to find... It's going to find Neco Williams, I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going all the way through, but this is going to be a long old replay for you. Apologies if you're not a fan of the long replays, but you're going to get one anyway. Chip through ball, it wasn't the best timing. If it had gone when I hadn't been tackled, I think we'd have been all right, but instead, wasted. Another chance to whip it in there for them. It's initially got cleared, and then Mambimbi again getting back to do the defensive work. He has, since coming on, been all over the place. Oh, referee. I can't believe that. How many times have I said, time and time again, it's like the AI get Fergie time every game, and as soon as you've got half a chance of an attack, just stops, boys, just stops. I mean, end of the day, that's poor from us. We shouldn't be losing a game like that. That is a poor showing. But it is disappointing. It's disappointing regardless. We started well. We started better than we did in the last game, scoring nice and early. But this time around, it's just not been the one for us. Not enough shots in the passing. The general accuracy of passing was terrible today. Okay, so we do now have 2 weeks as a small break here, so I'm absolutely fine with the fact that the 5-day injury from Mwepu will be gone by the time we come back. Liverpool won their first game, so they are catching up on us a bit. If they win their next game, which will probably happen in the next day or two, I'd imagine, then they will only be 3 points behind us. So that big lead that we've had has suddenly dropped and disappeared. So we're going to have to be careful. We're going to have to sort ourselves out a little bit. Okay, so I am going to make a change for this game. Abire is going to sit on the bench as the game starts today. I'm going to give Mambimbi a start. Now, I feel like, again, people might be wondering why I'm not dropping Isaac Coles. My main thought process here is I know what Coles can do. I know what he can create for us, and I know the improvement he will eventually bring to this team. I'm going to give Mambimbi a start and see if he can do as well from the start of the game as he does coming on off the bench. This game against Norwich, it's obviously not the most difficult team we're going to come up against. They're still doing okay. They've got a fair few players out of position here, but I'm hopeful that we can turn the form around, stop the rot, and go from there. Back at Loftus Road and back, hopefully, to winning ways is what we need to see by the end of the game today up against Norwich. It's like I say, it's not our most difficult game we're going to have of the season, but this could be a really important game. Liverpool, I didn't see if they'd won their extra game or if indeed they'd played it yet, but this is a real good chance for us to just, again, try and put some normality back on the table for us, try and get 3 points back on the board. And it's a chance for Mambimbi to prove that maybe if other players aren't performing, i.e. Isaac Coles, maybe it's a chance for him to get some first-team action and start a little bit more and, you know, push one of the biggest players at our team out of the team for a bit. Because, I mean, Isaac Coles gets called up for England now. Isaac Coles is an international and is just struggling. He's the same rating as Raheem Sterling, according to FIFA right now. So he should be playing at a pretty good level and getting some good goals, but it's just not happening. Coles on the ball here. Chance to run it central. Oh, I did try and play the pass to Mambimbi, but I had to change who it was going to because of where it was. Isaac Coles, Tyrese Campbell wasn't offside. I thought he was offside there, so I was expecting that flag to go up as soon as the shot was sort of taken, but apparently that's a chance wasted. Mambimbi going to play a little chip through ball here for Tyrese Campbell to bring down and just smack. Oh, it's hit the post and the bar, and Mambimbi's headed it wide. Oh, it's so unfortunate. The header was under not very much pressure at all. We just had to basically head it straight, and instead he's headed it straight past the post. That is so unfortunate. I thought Tyrese had scored, and then I thought Mambimbi'd mopped it up as soon as I hadn't gone in. We don't want to have to rue and regret not having scored these early chances, and now we shan't. Great start in the end. Tyrese Campbell, after 4 or 5 chances across the team there, we finally find the back of the net. Oh, panic stations no longer needed. We're good. We're okay. Let's now push for a second. Let's not rest on the laurels of 1 goal here. Tyrese Campbell, by the way, on his weaker foot. It's worth noting we had big issues when we were using him on his right foot for a long part of the season. Shows the progress that Tyrese Campbell has come under for us. 24 goals in 26 games. The man is unstoppable. And now he's unstoppable with both feet. You'll have to see it. Oh, it's a good chance here for Norwich. Good playing around there. Much more like it from Lafont. A much better save there. Really, really strong effort from the Norwich player near the edge of the box there. Just unleashing a beautiful strike. It wasn't too dissimilar from Flojek's, but I think Flojek's was just different gravy. I think that Flojek chance from that goal in the last game was something else. But, I've tried to play it through from Mwepu. Masengo's tried it. If I'd put a little bit more power in it and it was a bit more of a leg race after that, I think Mwepu had him. But over that slightly shorter distance, I don't think it was enough chance for Mwepu to catch up and take over. And Bimby on the ball here. Oh, I saw a run from Isaac Coles, but I saw it far too... sorry, Tyrese Campbell. I don't know how I'm getting those two names mixed up right now. Maybe it's just because they both start with C's, and it's just throwing me off. Norwich just knocking this ball around quite nicely. It's another long-range effort, but it's a good save from Lafont. Didn't make it look entirely convincing, but it didn't go in the back of the net, and that is probably really what we need to focus on right now, because we do go in a half-time 1-0 up. Don't think we've done that yet this episode. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've gone in the lead at half-time. I think that the Wolves game we conceded first half. I might be wrong, but Mambimbi's been very quiet indeed. Very unlike Mambimbi, really, if I'm being honest with you. And not for that reason, but because I kind of also want to see what I can do with Abire coming on as fresh legs. So that was kind of my plan from the get-go. Unless Mambimbi had an absolute blinder, he was going to come off at half-time. So Eze is going to join the fray at the interval, and hopefully this second 45 we can push, get a second goal, sit a little bit more comfortable, and then just try a few different things. Try knocking the ball around a little bit, try playing a little bit of possession, a little bit of quick passing sort of in the middle like this, and keeping possession a little bit and trying to find the spaces for each other. But let's try and really secure that second goal. And here we've got the ball with Eze. He could help us try and do that. Isaac Cole's cutting across into the middle, which isn't ideal for me. I actually kind of wanted him on that far side, but now he's going to get the ball back here. Going to try and pull it across. I just can't catch a break with him. It's like his agility's 4 sometimes. It's ridiculous. Ball here to Eze. Eze going to find Tyrese. Eze's going to continue his run forward. Tyrese Campbell is going to lay it back to Abire. Get there. Ball roll. Please just keep that ball. Abire. It's a good tackle in the end. That is unfortunate. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought Abire's name was going to be in lights for a second there. But Amos here could help us relive that and keep it, give it a second chance. Eze. Oh, referee. Referee, surely. There's no way that's not a foul, man. He's absolutely gone through him. Norwich getting the ball forward here, played it inside the box, and that is a good effort, but Lafont today is on it. Lafont is not here to mess about, and thank God he isn't, because he is keeping us in this game right now. Mwepu's going to make way for Sam Field, I think, here. I think we are going to just solidify this up a little bit, and we're also going to bring on fresh legs in Ozzy Kakai at right back. Just fresh legs at the back, just some more defensive options. Sam Field coming on, being more solid, like a more defensive option in the middle of the park. Obviously, normally I'd bring on someone like El Basir, but that is an equally attacking option with Mwepu. That's more focused on a box-to-box, whereas Sam Field, I think, is going to just be an out-and-out centre mid for us, someone who's a little bit more defensively minded maybe, but Ozzy's also going to come on and just offer fresh legs, and that's not really a fresh legs pass, is it, Ozzy? He did so well there initially, winning the cross and keeping it and then just pushing it out comfortably, and then the pass was terrible in the end, but let's see if we can just keep this careful. Good tackle there. I stand corrected. Bad tackle there from Figueroa, and it is going to be a free kick to Norwich. Not very close, 30 yards out. If anything was to be fired goalwards, I'd be confident in Lafont's ability. Thankfully, it wasn't even fired goalwards. Amos inside here to Tyrese Campbell. Tyrese Campbell's going to have to turn because the pressure that they put us on. That's a terrible tackle there, by the way. Amos into Abire. Abire pulls onto his right. It's a good block from the defender. I thought it was the time again. Again, I was convinced. Norwich on the ball here. Edge of the box. Going to push it inside. Going to play it inside there. It's another save from Lafont. Again, it wasn't the most convincing stop I've ever seen in my life, but it was a stop. Again, I've said that countless times today, especially in this game. It's not been like a saves. I'm overly like, oh, what a worldie. It doesn't look convincing at all. Rashika, fairly defensive there, takes Abire out, and we are now going to get this ball with Isaac Coles. This could be your moment, dude. It's not been your day so far, bro. Please, come on. Top bins. I see it now. Oh, it's a good save. I thought that was in. I won't lie to you. I thought the keeper had missed it, but that was going right in that top corner was a very good effort there from Isaac Coles. He is definitely a free kick taker that we have in the system. And mate, we've not made it look pretty today. We have not played our best by any stretch. Oops, sorry, punched the microphone. By any stretch of the imagination. But we have come away with the 3 points, and that's what mattered there. We didn't play our best, but we powered through. We got the win. We made it work for us. That wasn't pretty at all, but we did it. 3 points. Well, it wasn't our most exciting episode today, but we have come away with a win-loss and a draw. It is what it is. It could have been a lot better for us. It could have been a lot worse. I think this is going to be a real wake-up call for me on some of the situations, some of the things we're currently running here. Something that I've definitely decided needs to happen, and I have changed it, is the development plan on Isaac Coles. I've had a little look at his in-games. I've had a little look at sort of what he's about. Also, we've got so many players at this club. We're going to have to let a few players go, boys. But looking at his in-game stats, his shooting is disappointing. It's very disappointing. His agility is good. His dribbling, a little bit low. So I'm going to convert him to a left winger. And then once he is a left winger, we're going to focus on some of his shooting stats. The shot power, by the way, 57 is a joke. We need to get that up. And then we need to work on that dribbling and maybe a bit on the balance. And I'm optimistic that that could be the start of turning this guy's career around for us. He's got a week until he becomes that left wing. So in the next episode, probably after the Newcastle game, that will be confirmed for him. And hopefully we can start turning things around for him a little bit. I think we've got a better player underneath this Isaac Coles sort of what's going on with him right now than we see. I think he is going to be an absolute baller for us. So hopefully you guys will join us in the next episode. And if you enjoyed this one, then make sure you leave a like on the video. It supports me, the video, the channel out a whole bunch. If you're new, hit that sub button and turn notifications on to be told anytime that we upload a video. If you want to check us on our live streams, it's Hursty Games over on Twitch. There's a link down below. And while you're down there, don't forget to check out today's sponsor. Again, a massive thank you for the support. But for now, that's it for me. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I will see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands.
Now his name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, or say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty Games, yeah, you already know.